An all-white affair. The family of Jelani Day remembers his disappearance and his passing with an effort to lend a helping hand in his honor. Plus, inflation is slowly getting reined in with new efforts by Fed Chair Powell, but we'll explore what that will mean for the economy going forward. And getting fit to lift, well, lift spirits, that is, with a local gym taking the time to help fund St. Jude while burning some calories. We've got those stories and more on this Saturday, August 27th. Heart of Illinois, ABC News at 10 starts now.
Now from Heart of Illinois, ABC. This is Heart of Illinois, ABC News, Saturday.
Thank you for joining us on your Saturday night. And we lead off 1 year later after Jelani Day first went missing. His family now officially launching a foundation in his honor. Friends and family of Jelani Day dressed in all white for tonight's launch at Illinois State University. Members of his fraternity, Omega Psi Phi, and his dance team opened up the night with a performance in his honor. An ensemble performed two of Day's favorite gospel songs, and along with his cousin performing an original rap written the same day Jelani went missing. Towards the end of the event, his mom, Carmen Bolden Day, surrounded by Jelani's 4 siblings, spoke about where the case is at 1 year later and how they're still looking for answers as his family seeks closure.
Tonight, I wanted to come here and I wanted to honor his life and his legacy. And by doing so, I feel like God gave me a purpose.
We also had the opportunity to speak with his older sister, who explained the purpose of launching the Jelani Day Foundation to bring closure to families of other missing children.
We want to reciprocate what wasn't given to us, and so this is where we're going to start at.
The night concluded with food, drinks, and a party, all in Jelani's honor. And his mom said she's still working with the local and state law enforcement bodies to find answers into her son's untimely death. Turning to Peoria now, 2 people are wounded, one of them with life-threatening injuries after a shooting last night. According to a release from the department, officers responded to ShotSpotter call of multiple rounds on North Indiana around 9, and when they got to the scene, they found a man with a gunshot wound. He was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Officers were later told a second shooting victim arrived at a local hospital with life-threatening injuries, but no arrests have been made so far in this incident and no suspect information is available. The incident under investigation. And another man seriously hurt after a stabbing early this morning. That happening just before 5 on North Lynn Street near West Republic in Peoria. Police say when they arrived, they found the man and was transported to a local hospital in critical condition. Right now, police don't have a suspect in this incident either, and that investigation is also ongoing. Police ask anyone with info to call Detective Hulsey at the number on your screen. That's 494-8391. Metamora Township High School decided to forfeit its game rather than resume play today. That's all after a fight in the bleachers during the game against Peoria High School last night. During the game, there was confusion at Peoria Stadium. At one point, police believed that shots were fired. PPS Superintendent Sharon Karat tells us there were no gunshots involved. Instead, the noises came from officers banging batons on the bleachers, which sounded like gunshots. We reached out to the district earlier today. They say they have no additional comment at this time. Turning over to weather, Devin, how are we looking for the rest of our evening going into tomorrow?
And it's a nice Saturday evening. We are seeing mostly clear skies overhead now and overall quiet conditions like we saw the past couple of days. Heading downtown, again, a quiet scene there. And most of our temperatures right now are in the upper 60s and the low 70s, so still fairly mild. Now, satellite and radar locally, we are quiet. We do have some high-level clouds kind of pillowing in ahead of the more active weather that's off towards our west. Now, we will remain quiet overnight. We don't expect any of those showers and storm chances to work through just yet, and will fall only into the upper 60s overnight. Now the shower and storms activity we do expect to move into our area mostly in the afternoon, even into the early evening tomorrow, and another hot and humid day on tap. We'll time it out hour by hour, my full forecast in the next couple of minutes.
All right, Devin, stay tuned for that a little later on. Meanwhile, a coach's memory lives on, along with his efforts to help those fighting glioblastoma. Brownfest held its 4th annual fundraiser in Washington today, celebrating the life of Washington High basketball coach Kevin Brown, who tragically passed away from the disease in 2019. But his family carries on his legacy by bringing the community together to raise money for research while also helping the families affected by it. Between a 5K, bags tourney, live music, and a whole lot more, you're seeing items from a silent auction here. It's all a way to celebrate Brown's life through continuing his wish, helping those affected by glioblastoma.
What we do today is very important, not only for research, but also helping those families, because it's a rough haul. That journey is not an easy one.
If you weren't able to make it out today, there's another fun opportunity to give back in the fall, the week of Thanksgiving actually. The Kevin Brown Tournament of Champions is scheduled to take place. All proceeds from the national event will go to KB Strong, the foundation named in Brown's honor, also the one collecting funds from the event today. And for the 8th year in a row, a local CrossFit gym invited people to get out and active, all for a good cause as well. CrossFit North Peoria hosted its annual CrossFit for Hope event to benefit St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. That competition made up of 3 rounds of workouts, each one more intense than the last. You can see just a couple of them there. People of all ages and fitness levels encouraged to take part, and all the proceeds go to help the kids of St. Jude.
We're always eager to have new competitors from different gyms. So whether you've done CrossFit before, or you've never have, or you just have an interest, or you just want to come out and have a good time with the community for a great cause.
Tickets were $50 per team, and there were t-shirts, food, and drinks as well as a little extra incentive. Plus, every dollar made from those sales will go to St. Jude. Now, expecting mothers and those in postpartum had the chance to learn about how to feed their newborns naturally today. That was thanks to today's Black Women Breastfeed event. Held at Glen Oak Park, it featured local hospital systems, including Unity Point and Heartland Healthcare out there. The event was put on by Central Illinois Breastfeeding Task Force to address race disparities in maternal care. And one of the mothers we spoke with had a 4-month-old and told us that she was happy an informational event was actually held so she can better understand her body and the options out there for new moms as well. Now, this is the 2nd year the annual event was scheduled. And this weekend, Spring Bay residents are celebrating one of the summer's most popular fruits. The Watermelon Festival is going on over at the Spring Bay American Legion, and the Post actually started the event back in 1952, and that ran for 30 years. But last year, they revived it, and this year, thousands of people are expected to attend. There are more than a dozen rides, along with a barbecue tent, live music, and of course, plenty of fresh, locally grown watermelon.
Spring Bay has always had, one of the best soil for growing melons around, and it was just a tradition, and it's a great family event.
And if you want to stop by, that festival continues from noon to 5 tomorrow. A chunk of those proceeds actually go back to the Spring Bay American Legion to help local veterans. So many good causes, and so many great events going on this weekend. Absolutely love it. Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell continuing harsh action to control an out-of-control economy. In just a bit, we'll see how the Fed's actions and market trends are impacting one another and the effects that you probably already started to see.
Today our highs were in the mid-80s, which is a couple of degrees warmer than what we saw this past week. Now that will continue tomorrow, and you're going to feel the humidity in the air with feel-like temperatures near the 90s. Now that hot and humid air is going to bring some storm chances. We'll time it out after the break. Welcome back. I know our sports reporter earlier today said it's almost Christmas because of all the sports being back, as in our college teams are playing, and our bridge looks like it's following a similar pattern. We have the red and green lights on the Murray-Baker Bridge this evening. Now, weather-wise, we are fairly quiet, but you definitely felt a little bit hotter today. Our highs were a little bit warmer in the low to mid-80s, kind of depending on where you were. And now as we jump to satellite and radar, we are still quiet here, but we are beginning to see some of these high-level clouds build in. Now, this is all ahead of this active weather that is off towards our west. Parts in Iowa have seen multiple rounds of showers and storms today. Now, it's likely the activity that you see there will be working its way into our area likely tomorrow afternoon. This is all along a stationary boundary that's just providing enough support to spark some of those storms. Now, eventually this boundary will become a warm front, and that will work into our area likely tomorrow afternoon. So here's how advanced cast is going to look. Not expecting any kind of widespread showers and storms tomorrow, but at least a few showers are likely, especially especially in the afternoon tomorrow. That's where we could see some of those thunderstorms form that could produce some locally heavy rain, but otherwise we're not really expecting any kind of severe weather tomorrow. And then after that, once the sun sets, we'll see the thunderstorm threat go down. But again, we are going to have another threat as we head into Monday. So just planning out your day tomorrow. We'll start off with some sun with temperatures in the low 70s. Our highs will climb into the mid to upper 80s tomorrow. And because of that hot and humid air mass that is going to work through overhead, our feel like temperatures are likely going to be in the 90s. And that humid air mass will again spark some storms likely in the afternoon and even into the early evening, mostly east of the Illinois River. Now looking ahead to Monday, we do have the chance for some isolated strong to severe storms in the afternoon and early evening. We're going to see an initial round of showers and even some thunderstorms tomorrow or Monday morning, excuse me. Now after this morning activity passes through, we'll likely have some dry time, maybe some sunshine that will help provide us enough energy to spark some more storms. This model supporting that mostly in the late afternoon into the evening hours. Some models showing all of this convection kind of happening east of our viewing area. So it's something we're going to have to watch out for on Monday to see if we kind of get enough energy to spark some storms, not only in the afternoon and the early evening, but even into our viewing area. If strong to severe storms do develop, the main concerns will be gusty winds, localized heavy rain, and some large hail. Now after that cold front passes that's going to bring us the showers and storms on Monday, things are going to be a lot better for the bulk of the work week, I should say, with temperatures in the low 80s with mostly sunny skies and overall really quiet conditions. We'll stay quiet tonight with our temperatures falling into the upper 60s, seeing partly cloudy skies. And then heading into tomorrow, we'll warm into the upper 80s, actually both Sunday and Monday, with the chances of showers and storms in the afternoon and the bulk of Monday. And then quiet weather will follow for all of next week.
Nice and consistent forecast. Love the looks of it. Thanks, Devin. Appreciate it. And turning nationally again, stocks down sharply on Friday. On the news, the Fed will likely continue to raise interest rates through the end of the year. ABC's Alex Presha here with the details on what this could mean for the economy and your spending.
Investors sent the Dow plummeting more than 1,000 points on Friday following remarks from Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell.
Price stability is the responsibility of the Federal Reserve and serves as the bedrock of our economy. Without price stability, the economy does not work for anyone.
Gas prices have dropped more than $1 since mid-June, but the latest data on consumer prices show an increase of 6.3%, less than June's biggest increase since 1982, but still high. The cost of groceries and housing continues to climb.
Inflation is coming down, but it's not dropping as fast as a lot of households need. I think that low-income families are really feeling the pinch here.
It's expected the Fed will raise rates at least 3 more times this year, including at least a half-point increase at its September meeting.
While the lower inflation readings for July are certainly welcome, a single month's improvement falls far short of what the committee will need to see before we are confident that inflation is moving down.
Credit cards, car payments, and loans will all be more expensive, and the cost of buying a home rising as well. The average 30-year fixed-rate mortgage has gone from around 3% at the start of the year to more than 5.5% today. That means the payment on a $240,000 mortgage has gone up from $1,025 a month to more than $1,300.
I had planned to move and buy a home by July 2022, but the interest rate was so high and inflation just dramatically increased everything to the point where I basically have had to take a pause on the goal of home buying.
The next significant read on the economy will be next Friday when the Labor Department releases its jobs report for August. Alex Presha, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Thanks, Alex, and we'll keep an eye on when that report drops next week, too. Coming up next in sports, college football season officially here in the Illini, kicking off the season this afternoon against Wyoming. Sara Palczewski will be in studio with all your highlights. Up next.
Good evening, Central Illinois. College football season is here, and for the Fighting Illini, they're beginning their season with an opening day win. The Orange and Blue hosting Wyoming this afternoon. Illinois wasting no time to put the pedal to the metal. First drive of the game, Syracuse transfer QB Tommy DeVito's first pass for the Illini. A touchdown strike to Chase Brown, 7-zip Illinois. Then in the second quarter, Brown shows why he's one of the best running backs in the country. Dances his way in for the score. That makes it 14-3 Illinois. Illinois defense also showing off today. Devin Witherspoon picks off the pass and then takes it for a big-time gain, making tacklers miss just left and right. That would set up a field goal for Illinois, and Illinois went into the half leading 17-3. But they extend their lead late in the third quarter. DeVito drops a dime to Pat Bryant. DeVito's second TD of the day gives Illinois the 24-6 lead. Then the Chase Brown show continues to start the fourth quarter. He rushes in for his second rushing TD of the day. Third overall is the Illini romp, Wyoming 38-6.
Just really proud of our offense and what they did. We got a lot of things to clean up, but thought that was good defensively. They had a couple big runs that we got down and we held them, and then they kicked a field goal. But I think between offense, defense, special teams, to come out of it the way we did, I'm excited.
Again, Illinois defeats Wyoming 38-6. In the pros, the Bears playing their final preseason game, taking on the Browns. Justin Fields, with his first TDs of the preseason, finds Ryan Griffin for a 22-yard score. Later, he rolls out and finds Cole Kemet for a 24-yard TD. Fields 14 of 16 for 156 yards tonight. And how about some Saturday high school football action for you? A terrific game at Peoria Stadium. Peoria Notre Dame taking on Peoria Manual. The Irish race out to the early lead. Jack Henley punches it in from 2 yards out for one of his 2 TDs on the day. Later, it's Jeremiah Flores with his third touchdown of the first half. P&D up 27-8 at halftime. But the Manual passing game comes out firing in the second. Landon Tolliver fires a short pass to Carrion Farrell. A 69-yard touchdown. He had 3 TDs. Manual gets it down to a 3-point game, but Notre Dame keeps them at bay. Elijah Gilbert on the sweep, a 48-yard TD run. Irish back up 2, scores. Manual put up a great effort, though. Late fourth quarter, Tolliver to Gary on traps. 81-yard touchdown strike. Tolliver with 293 yards, 5 touchdowns, but the Rams can't quite complete the comeback. PND hangs on to win 40-38. Big soccer game tonight in Morton. The Potters hosting Peoria Notre Dame. First half, the Irish dominate but cannot find the back of the net. The kick save by the Potters' Daniel Hoppick. He was brilliant. No score until the 62nd minute. PND's Joel McIntyre converts the penalty kick. Then Caden Hudson sends the ball into the mixer. Hoppick with one great save, but Nevin Libert, the rebound goal. PND wins 2-0. And in soccer, Washington taking on Muhammad Seymour at the Bulldog Invitational. Panthers strike first off the free kick. Alec Orsic sends it in, and Eddie Pappas sends it home with the header to make it 1-0. Later, the All-Stater Mitch Coughlin gets free and rips it past the keeper. Washington wins 2-0 and wins the tournament title. And in the Twin Cities, Normal Community hosts Minooka. Minooka on the attack early, gets a nice shot off, but Ian Henrichsmeyer comes out to make this save for the Ironman, but eventually Minooka breaks through. The Indians put home a penalty kick here. Minooka takes the 2-1 win. In golf, a sunny day for the Central Catholic Shootout at Prairie Vista. Pekin Sydney Hubner shot 80 and finished 6th. She rolls in a birdie on 9. Dragons were third as a team. Normal Community's Addie Wyrock with a great read on this putt here, and a great day for U-High. And Inira Garangay fires a 79 in 5th place, birdied 9 and 10, a great putt here on number 9. And her teammate Reagan Kennedy finished second with a 76. The ISU recruit on number 10 pours in the birdie. The Pioneers are team champs. And the cross-country season is underway. Normal West hosting its Wildcat Invite this morning. The top area finisher in the girls' race, Wildcats freshman Julie Bach with a second place finish. Individually for Normal West, Washington, the top area team, in second, Dunlap third, and West fourth. The top area boys, also from the host score, Sky Riddle finishes 8th in a loaded field. Dunlap, the top area boys team, in 5th place. To Big League Baseball quickly, the Cardinals continuing their series with one of the best teams in baseball, the Atlanta Braves. Cards were down early, but they rally. Nolan Arenado cranks one. The Cards would come back to win with a walk-off walk in the 9th as they win 6-5. The Cubs also losers tonight to the Brewers. That'll do it for sports. After the break, Devin has a final check of your weather.
We're quiet tonight, and it will be a mild start on Sunday with sunny skies, but then we're going to see clouds increase. That could bring us some showers and storms in the afternoon on Sunday. Better rain chances will arrive Monday morning and then again in Monday afternoon into the evening. Could see an isolated strong to severe storm on Monday, so that's something we're going to keep an eye out on. Otherwise, it'll be mostly sunny and quiet for the remainder of next week, but temperatures the next couple of days in the upper 80s, feeling like the 90s.
All right, make sure you get your umbrellas ready for tomorrow. In the meantime, thanks for joining us in Heart of Illinois ABC News at 10. We'll see you tomorrow at 5:30. Have a good night.